Brr. Winter is here. Whew. And it's 5 a.m. and we're northbound for Albuquerque, New Mexico. Alright guys, so we got a bit of coffee in us, nice little sausage biscuit there, so I'm feeling more awake, feeling more alive. We are northbound for Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're headed to Tactical Application Vehicles. Walt has been in business for several years now and has cranked out some impressive rigs from his facility, including a lot of long travel suspension rigs, some supercharged rigs. So I'm really excited to get up there and see this facility in person. Now, you know I like to do all of my own work on silver. I can count on one hand how many times I've let someone else take care of her. So the fact that I'm willing to let Walt do this says a lot about his quality. Today we're going to install the very first, and this may be one of the more anticipated products for the 5th gen 4Runner. Drum roll please. A 33-gallon auxiliary fuel tank. That's right. We're taking our factory capacity from 23 gallons, 24 if you fill it all the way up, to 56 gallons. That's impressive. I'm really excited about this mod. This is something that I've always dreamed about, and so excited that Ward Harris with Long Range America reached out to us and offered to help us out by putting this tank in silver. So I'm looking forward to testing it. I'm looking forward to using it. Stick around. We're going to show you Walt's facility, show you the install, and then we're going to keep on trucking. We got a crazy week ahead of us. This episode is going to be filled with a lot of different stuff, so stick around. All right, guys, this must be the place.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, not.
How's it going?
Pretty good. About yourself?
Good.
Dan. Kevin.
Nice to meet you.
Derek.
Hey, Derek.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Walt's around?
Yeah,
he's
let's head
in
out
the
to the shop.
shop.
Here, follow me. There he is.
Hey.
Man of the hour.
What's going on?
How's it going, man?
Made it. All in one piece.
Yeah. In spite of the headwind, I got like 8 miles to the gallon. I'm like, oh, I need that tank. So this is it, huh?
This is the one.
Awesome.
I'm waiting for Ward to hopefully send some paperwork because we have to model this from the Prado 150. Then we're going to be doing some things that we have to do, like maybe elongate some holes or trim, fit, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
For the US truck.
Okay.
But I'm not expecting anything too crazy.
Cool. As soon as I rolled into the shop, Walt and Rooster got to work with the install, and I got to work filming. I had originally planned to install the tank myself, but with a tight schedule, I instead asked the guys here at Tactical Application Vehicles if they'd be interested in performing the install while I filmed the process. This way, they could get a first look at the tank and allow me to provide better videos and photos to Long Range America for developing the official installation instructions for this new tank model. And since Walt is a dealer for Long Range America, he was more than happy to help us out while we showed off his team skills here on the channel. So this deal was a win-win-win. If you're wondering, that's a lot of sparks for a gas tank installation. All the plasma cutting and grinding was done before they breached the factory fuel system. It's a good reminder, though, that this type of modification needs constant situational awareness. If you do attempt to upgrade or add a fuel tank yourself, make sure you understand the dangers and have a plan if things start to heat up. The first task was to remove the Viair 2.5 gallon air tank that was in the way, and then start cutting and relocating a few brackets along with a spare tire holder to make room for the tank. Again, since this was the first 5th Gen 4Runner tank installation ever, we only had instructions from a 4th Gen 4Runner to use as a guide, so it was cut a bit, test fit, and repeat until we had just the right clearance.
If we notch this thing, we're going to have a torsional load. I mean, there's a torsional load on. That's why this whole gusset's here.
Right.
So if we cut this like that and we separate that. I mean, we could weld it.
Our first big hurdle turned out to be our aftermarket rear bumper brackets, which closed off the area between the frame rails just enough to block the tank. So we removed them for some modifications. While Rooster and Walt were reworking the brackets and prepping the tank for installation, I took the opportunity to take in some of the other projects in the shop, which, as you know, means more beautiful B-roll. So, cue the music.
Even when the rain pours down, even when the light seems like it's fading, even when your heart aches, feels like it's gonna break, that's when you sing out loud. We're gonna shine like lightning, even if our back's against the wall. We're gonna shine like lightning, like we've got nowhere to go. I never was much for small talk, born with a heart that felt heavy as stone, but I still love the sound of laughter. It's the sound of hope keeping us alive. Even when the rain pours down, even when the light seems like it's fading, even when your heart aches, feels like it's gonna break, that's when you sing out loud. We're gonna shine like lightning, even if our back's against the wall. We're gonna shine like lightning, like we've got nowhere to go. Even when the rain pours down, even when the light seems like it's fading, even when your heart aches, feels like it's gonna break, that's when you sing out loud. We're gonna shine like lightning, even if our back's against the wall. We're gonna shine like lightning, like we got nowhere to go. Shine like lightning.
All right. Let's see how this thing does. Which way are we going?
There's take a right.
So I called the bank and got a loan, so we're cleared to fill this thing all the way up.
I know. I'm curious to see, like, from dead empty to full, what it would be.
Oh man! Remember when like the fuel tanks would like shut off at $50 every
Yes,
time?
yes.
And you couldn't fill up any kind of big vehicle. Yeah.
Because the Tundra was, because I have to do premium for the supercharger, it was about anywhere from like 120 to 100 and some, 140 dollars, but
Right.
I can go to almost twice as far.
Exactly.
So it's not really, you're not spending more money, you're just spending more money at that stop.
Yeah. Wasting less time.
Right. Yeah, believe it or not, that saved a lot of time just in pulling into the gas station off the highway, filling up, and then getting back on the highway. That's not going inside to get food or whatever else. It's just going in to fill up and get back on the highway. You're doing that less, so you're actually making better time on your trip.
That's true. And I ordered my catheter, so I'll be
there. You
able
go.
to go.
The catheter, the catheter, and the laundry detergent jug.
Right.
Yeah, right there.
We should get a lawn chair out for this.
Yeah, no, just break out your camp chairs.
I'm gonna go full tilt and just see.
Yeah, see if it shuts off.
Each cup starts with a fresh roasted coffee. Simply choose your variety and size.
Started at 0.
Yeah, I didn't look to see when it topped off.
It's flowing good.
Yeah. That's surprising. I was afraid it was going to have to be reduced.
I definitely think it'll be dependent on the gas station itself and the pump flow rate on the handle.
Yeah.
I've seen that difference too, because on the replacement tanks you don't want to top it off, you know, like you normally would.
Yeah.
But some of them won't shut off until it shuts off till it's right there, and I think it's right over here. It'll do that, and there'll be gas. It'll fill it all the way up to that, and then it'll shut itself off. So
we had one in Red River that didn't shut off.
Oh, and it just floated out.
Pouring out.
So this one stops at 100, I guess.
At 100. So let's do it again.
Yeah. Your next car may have weather.
All right. Round 2. It's out of gas.
The pump's out of gas. There we go. we just drained the gas pump. All right, full on.
Full on again.
There it went.
Yeah.
I was right. $1.70.
Oh.
$1.77.
All right. Oh man, that feels heavier. Oh wait, maybe you should just get out.
Yeah, like, tell your girlfriend to get out of the back seat.
Don't tell Sarah.
No. Let this Jeep guy go by.
Yeah, he might need some gas. We can help him out. We're a mobile fuel station right
That's
here.
right.
Appreciate all your help, man.
Oh, likewise, man.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go test it out now.
Thanks for the cool video work that I was able to show my daughter.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, man, I can't thank you enough for all your help, and just
my pleasure.
super impressed with your team. I'm excited to
Thanks,
see where
man.
you guys go in 2020, and
Appreciate
I'm
it.
sure we'll be back up for some more fun stuff.
Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. We had a good time. This was a fun project, and it'll be cool to see where this can go from here. You know, hopefully all the efforts that both you and I and Rooster put into this thing to nitpick things and really just get this stuff over to Ward and
Make
see
it better
what
and
they
better.
run with. And they've got a great thing going already. I think it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm really impressed with the fitment and how everything goes together already. We're just being picky about about little things. So other than that, I'm really impressed. So
Awesome. All right, man. Yeah. Well, we're gonna get on the road.
Yeah.
Going down to Phoenix.
Heck
and,
yeah.
We'll see you soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, man. Drive safe.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Take care. Thanks again, man.
All right. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. I've known Walt for a while. We've had a few discussions at expos and stuff, but first time that I really got to spend a lot of time with him and his team. Very impressed. Very impressed with the level of detail that they go to in all their builds, every single step. I can't say enough good things. So, time for some lunch, and then it is on to Phoenix. Here we go. Hopefully without a single fuel stop. Might have to stop to go to the bathroom now. We'll see. With the installation complete, it was time to say so long to our new friends at Tactical Application Vehicles and make tracks for Phoenix to find out just how well this auxiliary tank performs. We'll be giving a full review on this tank in the future, but for now, let's give you a quick rundown on how it functions. The auxiliary tank uses a T in the factory fill line to allow fuel to flow into the Long Range Automotive tank once the factory tank is full. As your fuel is depleted from the factory tank, refilling it is as simple as pressing a button on the included fuel gauge. This turns on the transfer pump, which pumps fuel from the auxiliary tank into the factory tank. Once the factory tank is topped off, turn off the pump. You can't overfill the factory tank since the fuel just flows back into the auxiliary until you notice the fuel level and shut it off. This is a simple, relatively fail-safe process. Once the auxiliary tank is empty, the switch detects a change in voltage in the transfer pump when it is no longer under load from fluid and beeps before turning off the pump so you won't cause any damage to the pump itself. For a full post-installation discussion with Walt and I, check out their YouTube channel or the link in the video description. For more information on Long Range Automotive tanks distributed here in the US by Long Range America, then go to www.longrangeamerica.com or follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Long Range America. Stay tuned for the results of the range improvements with our new 56 gallons of co-juice capacity.